Welcome. My name is Sid, and this is Divine Sunflower Tarot. We're going to do a collective energy reading using the Oracle. So this is a timeless Oracle reading for the collective, sort of like a spiritual therapy session, just to find out what we need to know, what will help us on our journey. We're going to start with the Ofrenda Oracle deck, celebrating the Day of the Dead. We're going to get some messages from our ancestors and see what our ancestors need us to know right now. We're going to figure out what is blocking you, what is keeping you from moving forward in a relationship, finding that relationship, what is blocking you at this time. Then we're going to end the reading with the Namaste deck. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're returning, if you're new here, welcome. Let's get right into it. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please show us the cards we need to see today for the collective. What do we need to know right now at this moment that will help us on our journey, get us back on our path going in the right direction? Please continue to keep my goldies safe. Surround all my beautiful goldies with the golden divine light as they go through their lives, as they go through their day today. Protect us, guide us, keep us safe. Keep pointing us in the right direction, please, Spirit, with love, in the name of Yeshua. All right, let's find out what we need to know from the Ofrenda Oracle. Show me the cards I need to see. What else do we need to know? Excuse me. Okay. That looks like a good amount of cards here. We have the Rider. We have Mama Bear is here. Hello, Mama Bear. I love you, Mama Bear. If you're a regular viewer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We have the Lady. We have the Paths. We have the Salt. And finally, the Album. Interesting. So Mama Bear Spirit is here. Mama Bear is, for me, an ancestor on the other side who protects me fiercely. She's with me all the time. This could also be your Mama Bear ancestor on the other side, someone who has the love and strength of a Mama Bear who protects you fiercely like Mama Bear would. If anybody tries to mess with you, Mama Bear will protect you and will mess them up. Starting off with the Rider here. The Rider suddenly appears galloping towards your door. Does he bring a message of good tidings or one of foreboding? Is it possible that he's death? Visions of the mysterious rider fill legends throughout time, the headless horseman who never dies but haunts your dreams. Expect fast-moving news flash to reach you via intuitive hits or outside inspiration. This is the type of inspiration that encourages life changes. Now is the time to choose the type of message or inspiration you wish to receive. What type of news will change your life in a positive way? What intuitive hits have you been receiving lately? And where are they leading you? Are you following them? Ooh. So definitely listen to your intuition, collective. You could be getting guidance from your guides. Mama Bear Spirit could be trying to guide you in the right direction here to help you get back on the right path or avoid something that could be coming your way. So definitely tune into that intuition. Do meditation if you need. Do prayers if you need. The bear here is power, and power over strength, authority, and protection. You are very protected here, Spirit. Mama Bear is a very fearsome beast and a protector. She keeps her children safe from harm. She's a threatening predator and a protective mother. When endangered, she attacks. When safe, she sleeps. Mama Bear is protecting you from any negative energy coming your way. If this rider has any negative energy with it, she will attack this rider, whoever this could be. So do not be afraid. You are protected by Mama Bear Spirit fiercely. We have the lady. This is a person, usually a female, intuitive, leading character, a wife, a lover, a partner. There's no gender in tarot. This reading is for everyone, so please take it as it resonates. This is a storyteller who loves to nurture. This is someone who could be a grandmother energy, a mother, a sister, an auntie, someone who was a little girl who has grown into a woman and has a beautiful, loving, nurturing spirit. This woman could play a significant role in your life today or during the week. This could be a friend, a relative, a partner, or someone in love or in business. This could be the person bringing you the news that's coming your way. This could also represent you. But whoever this is a woman that's involved in this energy here. Then we have the paths. You have a choice here to make. You have a decision. There's two of something. You have a choice between two. There could be an alternate route. You're taking a choice in which direction to go. This is a conscious decision that will change your situation. There's an alternate choice here. Throughout lifetimes, you made the best choices possible, and at times the decision might have felt random. At others, it was a matter of life and death. If you're seeking an answer, maybe flip a coin to make a decision, or are you letting spirit show you the way? So we'll figure out more about what those paths are here in a minute. Number 22 is also Master Builder number. This is a symbol of balance, harmony, and spiritual wisdom. So you may need to turn into your intuition to make this choice. Intuition is very strong here in this reading. Ancestors are very strong in this reading so far. There could be a very important decision that could change your life forever. We have the salt. This is purification, preservation, sometimes used to line the path to the altar. You could need a salt bath collective to cleanse your energy. What I like to do is if I'm taking a shower, I'll just get some salt and scrub my body down all over with the salt. Let it sit for a little bit and then rinse it off. And this is like a salt cleanse. If you're taking a bath, you can put salt in your bath and soak for a good 10, 15 minutes to soak away any negative energy or vibes that may be on you, stuck to you, around you. Salt is placed on the altar to purify the soul of the dead. In this way, the beloved's body doesn't become contaminated during their journey to the living. If kept pure, the departed can find their way back to you next year. When decorating the altar, salt can be sprinkled in the form of a cross, each branch ending at one of the cardinal directions. In this way, the returning dead can orient themselves to the world of the living. If you draw the salt card, is there a purification of some part of your life that's needed? If you're not sure, look to your intuition to see, what do I need to purify in my life? Think about this, meditate on this. Is there something that needs to be cleansed out of your life? Is there any negative energy, situations, people, places, habits, anything that you're doing that is causing you to not be pure? Because the more purified we are, the more closer we are to spirit, and the more we're able to connect with spirit and our intuition. Then we have the album. This is a photo album of family members. Someone could be looking at photos of your family, remembering. This is something that someone could hold dear, keepsake. Someone looks at pictures of you. This could also be a passed on loved one that you have a picture of, maybe on your altar. This could be a pet, a best friend, someone that you loved in a picture frame. The album is a reminder not to wait for the Day of the Dead before placing a photo on your altar. This tells you that someone's spirit is asking to remember them. Someone in your past wants you to remember them. You would know who this is. If there's someone that you used to love that maybe you haven't seen a picture of them in a while, you might want to pull out a picture of them. If you don't have a picture, try to draw a picture or write them a letter. Do something to remember someone from your past who wants to be remembered. Let's move on to our ancestors' messages from the Ancestors Oracle and see what else our ancestors have for us today. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, please show us the messages we need to see from the ancestors. What do our ancestors want to tell my beautiful collective at this time? What messages do we need to know at this time from our passed on beloved ancestors? Please show me the cards I need to see. If this reading is resonating for you so far, please give me a like, you guys. It's free, and it definitely helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you. Oh, wow. Solid as a rock. Yeah. Okay, we'll get more into that in a minute. It landed right by paths. So I feel like that definitely goes along with the choice of, there's a choice here you need to make, and it needs to be a solid choice that you are very confident about. But we'll get more into that here in a minute. Let's see, what else? What else, please, Spirit? Show me some more cards. Okay. So we have Warrior. Ooh, I like this card. Yes, Warrior Spirit. That reminds me of Mama Bear. Warrior right next to Mama Bear. And we also have Ruler, Leadership. So very strong feminine energy here. Whether you resonate with feminine energy or not, there's definitely a strong feminine energy around you. Very strong feminine energy here. This definitely is resonating for me. It's making me want to cry. I'm getting emotional because I know who this is. Thank you, my beautiful guides. I love you. Animal. This could be your spirit animal. Instinct. The instincts of a cat. Cat-like instincts. Yes. Definitely resonating for me. Thank you, Spirit. I love you. All right. Let's get maybe one more card, please. There we go. Shadow. Ooh. Which landed on Rider. There could be someone dark coming towards you, and that's why this very strong spirit of protection is here. Let's start with shadow, darkness, and see what that's all about. Shadow, darkness. Shadow is a name for those parts of us that have been repressed over the course of our lives and remain in the darkness of our subconscious. Some aspects of it are product of our evolution, such as instinctual drives for sex and aggression, which we have to contain in order to adapt to the norms of society. Other aspects are the results of our upbringing. When certain traits and impulses were criticized, shamed, or punished, such that we had to repress those characteristics because they elicited fear or anxiety in our parents, family, teachers, and even friends. There are negative areas of darkness, ones that we would just as soon not have to deal with, characterized as the lower self or the alter ego, like Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde, or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. When we encounter these dark, clouded parts of ourselves, whether by force, circumstance, or willingness, we use metaphors to describe the experience, such as wrestling with our demons, experiencing a dark night of the soul, or having a midlife crisis, grieving a significant loss. Life positive traits or light shadows can also be suppressed, such as laughter, vulnerability, strength, and honesty, due to the fear and anxiety that gets activated when these draw attention. Suppressing these light shadows, we can lose a certain enthusiasm for life, allowing much of our lives to be governed by fear and worry, always anticipating that death, metaphorically or literally, will be just around the corner. So we definitely maybe need to do some shadow work. Are you repressing any emotions? Definitely, that is something that's very deep here that may need to be looked at on a personal level. We have the ruler leadership card. This is typically the archetype king or queen, intimately connected to source and able to receive messages directly from the higher self. Considered ruling by divine right, the ruler can be of the dark or of the light, or some combination of the two. The ruler, who is of the dark, governs the subjects through fear, intimidation, and scapegoating, and severely punishes those who dare to oppose them. The ruler, who is of the light, wields their authority with compassion, benevolence, and tolerance, leading by example and providing their subjects with blessings and inspiration. There are many examples through history of leaders who inspire others to do their best, as well as examples of autocratic sovereigns who control others through forceful means. The dark side can be a temptation for anyone in a position of leadership, yet the light side inspires and encourages. So, are you maybe a leader? Are you someone's role model? Maybe you have children. Maybe you are a supervisor in a position, and you're being asked to look at both sides here and consider maybe ruling by divine light, because this would be connecting with your higher self. So, our next card is Warrior, Boundaries. Most people see this card and think of a soldier, but a true warrior is so much more. A true warrior, sacred obligation, is to serve the ruler, the king or queen, particularly a ruler that is connected to a higher authority and rules with equanimity. The service to the ruler requires the warrior to be ready at all times, to be on alert and fully present in the ever-changing moment. Their job is to protect their leader as well as home, family, and land, and to set limits and defend boundaries. Throughout human history, there are many examples of how the true warrior's mission has been perverted and compromised to the point that they have maybe become a killer or a mercenary, with a distorted perspective on who or what is being served. The true warrior does not act out of anger, but out of compassionate service to those being served and respected for the values necessary to carry out this service. One of their main duties is to establish boundaries that serve to protect and defend. If necessary, they will sacrifice their lives for those that they serve. So that is the bear spirit, fiercely protecting you and very loyal to you. This bear spirit is a warrior and is guarding against any negative energies, anything coming your way that is trying to destroy your path, because I'm getting that you are on a very specific path here. There's a reason why you came to this planet. There's a reason why you are here on Earth, and your mission is very important. You may not think it is, but sometimes we don't really look ahead of time. You may be giving birth to a child who's going to be very special to the world. You may be part of a chain of ancestors who was brought here to complete a certain mission, and you may do something that you think is insignificant, but this is going to change the way maybe people see something, change the way something happens. Like if you've ever watched that movie Back to the Future, He goes back in time, and any little thing can change the course of the future. Any little thing. It could be just something small that you would not think that would change anything, but it does. And that's what we're here for. We are here for a specific purpose. And you may not know what it is, but subconsciously in your subconscious mind, you know what your path is here to do. And this may require more um, prayer, more meditation, and there's some kind of choice that you're making right now in your life that's going to change the path that you take. It's going to change the future for not only you, but your future generations to come through you. Wow, that's really deep. I'm getting chills, you guys. We have mineral solidness, birthed from the bowels of the earth by teaming up with the primordial elements and informed by other geological activities such as lava from volcanoes and collisions with other planetary objects. The mineral kingdom emerged from its initiation by fire. Ooh, forged in fire. I love it. You could be a fire sign. Over billions of years, a number of different forms of minerals evolved from their earliest beginnings until today. Scientists have only identified 3,800 varieties of these amazing beings. Some minerals are essential ingredients in plants and animal life. We require certain minerals for good health and to function properly. We not only connect with these ancestors by having them as vital support for our bodies, but we also admire various minerals for their beauty and solidness. Look around you and you will see that you are surrounded by these prehistoric ancestors. So this is letting me know you may want to connect with crystals. I found this at a little market that I went to in Colorado. This is citrine, and it brings abundance. And I do meditate with this crystal because I'm trying to manifest abundance in my life. And I feel very connected to this. As soon as I saw it, I knew this was for me. I grabbed it and I'm like, this is mine. I'm taking this home. I paid for it, of course. But you might want to think about, if you're not already doing this, looking into crystals, looking into crystals that you can meditate with. This one is amethyst. And there's so many things that you can do with, you can just glare and stare into this rocks. You will see little cuts and little things in there. And sometimes things will just pop into your mind when you see stuff inside the crystal. It's really beautiful. And you might want to actually consider getting you some crystals that are calling to you. Just walk into the store and look around, and whatever it calls to you, that most likely is the crystal that you are meant to be working with or meditating with, or investigating. Then we have animal instinct. The closest animal ancestor, sorry guys, my throat is a little scratchy today. The closest animal ancestor we have are the family of great apes. Science has determined that we share 99% of our DNA with chimpanzees. It was about 2 million years ago that through this lineage, humans were birthed and evolved over time to become the modern day version. Since animals are largely instinctual and we live in monkey bodies, it's through our bodies that we can discern just how closely related we are to other animals. Over millennia, self-reflective consciousness appeared, where we could be aware of our own thoughts and feelings in the form of memories, anticipations, and analysis. Yes, our thought process can so often take us away from being fully present in the moment, removing us from awareness of our instinct, which is in charge of our survival. Instinct can and is often conditioned to misinterpret threats when they aren't really there, particularly when one has a traumatic experience while growing up. Societal and cultural conditioning remove us further from our instinctual selves, from our very animal nature that exists in our ancestral DNA. So, what this tells me is that someone here who's watching might need to connect with your instinctual animal instincts. Now, how do you do this? Well, for me, when I go out into nature, go out to a big park, like say a state park or something, and get lost on the trail. Not literally, but get out in the trail and just lose yourself. Disconnect from technology, turn off your phone, and just get immersed in nature. Get immersed in this feeling of being in the jungle or in a forest, and feel how your animal instincts kick in naturally. You start to look around, you start listening to sounds around you, you start being aware that, is there a predator here? Is there a predator around me? And it makes you feel more connected to this animal instinct. And this is something that will definitely help you make a decision. There is a major decision here that needs to be made. And I feel like this has to do with that. You need to use your animal instincts to make this decision. And in order to do that, you may need to not only connect with the shadow side and look at what your shadow side is telling you, but also use your warrior instincts and get out into nature and draw from that animal instinct to be able to make this decision clearly. Also, cleansing your spirit with salt, again, I'm being told to tell you, is important to help you cleanse your soul of any negative influences that could be trying to influence you to make the wrong decision here. I feel like that was a very specific message for someone and very important. All right, we're going to move on to the What is Blocking You deck and see what else we need to know here. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, show us the cards we need to see for my collective. What is blocking us from making this decision? What is blocking us from staying on the right path? Please show me the cards I need to see. Whoa. Interesting. I'm not going to look at these because I feel like that was an accident, but if it's meant to be, they will be coming out here in a very short moment. This deck is a little big. It's hard to shuffle, but here we go. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, show me the cards I need to see for the collective. What do we need to know about this situation? Please help guide us further to know what we need to know here. Thank you so much, Spirit. What do we need to know here, Spirit? Show me the cards we need to see. All right, we have a few cards here. I'll pull some more in a minute, but let's just see what we have. Hiding feelings. You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. That seems very specific, so take that as it resonates. Insecurities. Work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationship. You may be feeling unlovable. Practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. You are lovable. You know how they used to tell us when we were kids, what's on the inside that matters? But you know, the way society is, it's so superficial that we're always being told that it's what's on the outside that matters. Which to a certain extent, that's true. I mean, we don't want to just let ourselves go completely. But what the inside is the more important than the outside, in my opinion. You could be neglecting yourself. Are you neglecting your own needs in a relationship? You need to practice self-care here, collective. I can definitely relate with that. I have been the one to give of myself so much that it made me sick. And luckily, I got out of that relationship, but I'm still recovering and healing from what I had to endure and what it did to me as health issues that started to come up inside of me. But I am healing and I am on my healing path here. And this could also be something that you're dealing with. If there is someone in your life that's making you self-neglect, it may be time to remove yourself out of that relationship because it could definitely be an abusive relationship. What else here, Spirit? Thank you so much for these messages. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know that could be blocking us from finding our true path, finding our love, finding our true love in life? And also help with this decision. What do we need to know about this important decision here for the collective? Not being you. Are you trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you? Be yourself. Wow. You feel unlovable, so you're hiding behind a mask of what you think you're supposed to be. But this isn't really you. And see, what is so beautiful about you is that no one else is like you. And when you're wearing a mask, most likely you're copying someone else that you think is what they want you to be. But this isn't who you are. And you could be feeling very insecure with who you really are and neglecting who you really are. And these are feelings that you could be hiding about yourself. And this is something that's blocking you from finding your true path here, collective. You may have a fear of loss. You're afraid of losing someone or of being abandoned. Maybe you feel like if you be who you really are, you're going to lose this person. Well, let me tell you right now, if anybody leaves you because you're being your true self, then that's not the one for you. Now, you may love this person, you may feel like this is your person, you want to be with them, but if they don't love you for who you are, this person isn't in love with you. They're in love with this fake mask here. And we don't want that. We want somebody to love us for our true self. That's why it's always good to be your true self. That way, those people who are attracted to who you really are, this beautiful light that you have inside of you, will be attracted to who you really are. And you don't have to be putting yourself under this fake persona, a fake mask, and you will attract the right person into your life who will love you for who you really are. Wow, I wish I could send you a big hug right now, because I feel the pain here of someone who is in this situation. I could totally relate with this too. I totally relate. Not compatible. You don't really believe there's a match for you. Have an open mind. Yes, you feel like there's nobody who's going to love me as I am. I have to be fake to find somebody because nobody's going to really love my real self. No, that's not true. And you're being very guarded because you're lonely, because you're so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. Wow. Very specific messages for someone here. All right, you guys, we're going to get some advice from the Namaste deck and see what we need to know here. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please show us some advice from the Namaste deck. Give us advice about this decision. Anything else we need to know at this time, Spirit, for the collective who may be watching this video, who's going to be drawn to this video in the future. Please show us the messages we need to see for this collective, please. Thank you so much, Spirit. We love you. Listen to some positive music, you guys. Beautiful by Christina Aguilera. Can't Take That Away by Mariah Carey. Listen to music. Oh, what's that other by Whitney Houston? The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. Yes. Go on a cinematic adventure. We all have drama in our lives. What would it be like if we projected our dramatic situations on the silver screen? Imagine doing just that. Project your situation in your mind as a movie. Watch the movie for 8 minutes. Movies help people see all perspectives. This exercise is intended to do just that. Watch and learn what you are missing when you are watching your movie rather than playing a role in it. Wow. You could feel like your life is a movie. This could be any kind of movie, a comedy, maybe a horror movie. I mean, it just depends on your situation. Hopefully it's a romantic comedy. That's what I would like. Wow. Yeah, my life was definitely like a movie. I should write a freaking book about my life. I know, you know what, guys? I'm really thinking about doing that. I'm really thinking about writing a book about my life because I have a lot of things to say. Someone here could want to write a book about their life. Let me know in the comments if I'm right. What else do we need to know here for advice, please, Spirit? Show me the cards I need to see. Lower abdomen breathing. We tend to breathe with our lungs and chest. This way of breathing doesn't allow a full breath of air into our bodies, though. Put your hand on your chest and breathe with your lungs. Now put your hand on your lower abdomen and breathe in with your diaphragm. Notice the difference. Wow, yeah, there is a difference. Now breathe with your diaphragm for 8 minutes. If you feel any tightness, relax more into each breath. Deep breathing relaxes the body and increases oxygen and relaxes the mind. So you may need to do some breath work here to help you relax, clear your mind so that you can make a very wise decision here about something that you need to decide, about which path you need to take. I'm being told to let you know, once again, Mama Bear is with you. Your mama bear spirit, angel, ancestor loves you so very much, and they are with you every step of the way. So do not feel like you're all alone in this. You can talk to this mama bear spirit. You can ask this mama bear spirit for advice. Don't be afraid to communicate with your ancestors. They love you. Reflect and grow. This is going to be difficult for some people because I know personally, I have talked to a few people that find this exercise very difficult to do, but it says, look in the mirror when you have a chance. This exercise will expose the things that are hard to swallow. When you see your reflection, try and bring to the surface things that you need to improve on. This can make you feel a little sad. And let me add that this also will make you cry, most likely, if you're sensitive. But this is just the first part of the exercise. Take all the things that you need to improve and tell yourself that you are good at them. Tell yourself that you will try harder to get better at them. Woo, this is making me want to cry already, you guys, just thinking about it. This may seem silly and may be a little difficult at first, but if you are consistent with this exercise, you will look at the mirror one day and realize that you have improved. The things you fell a little short on are now assets to your character. Reflect and grow. Oh, wow, that's a hard one, you guys. Trust me, I know that is a very hard one to do, but it's definitely therapy. That's what we call self-therapy, deep self-therapy right there. Absolutely. All right, let's get a couple more, then we're going to end the reading. This has been a long one. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you watched the whole thing, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So more breath work here. Breathe in the moment. Relax your eyes and breathe in and out normally. Pay attention to your breathing as if it were a captivating story. What part of your body is doing the breathing? Is it your diaphragm, chest, or your whole body? How rapid is your breathing? Are your breaths quick or drawn out? Do you find it difficult to breathe? Is there any pain in your breath? Assess everything you can about your breaths. And after breathing intentionally for 8 minutes, just by acknowledging your breath, you give yourself more life and value. This will also allow your mind and body to relax, for the focus is now on the breath and nothing else. So definitely breath work is here to help you clear your mind because you have something very important to decide about. I'm going to get one more card and then we'll close the reading. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, give me one more card, please, for the collective. One more card, Spirit. Thank you so much. One more card, Spirit. Hugs are free love. Okay, this is giving me chills because Mama Bear relates to this card, you guys, and I'll tell you why. Okay, this is a personal story. There was a point one time in my life where I was at rock bottom. I felt all alone. I felt abandoned. I felt like nobody cared about me. And I was in the bathroom on my knees crying on the floor. This is very hard to talk about, but I feel like you need to know this. And I felt a hug. I felt like someone was hugging me, like a very warm feeling came over me, and I felt like I was being hugged from behind. And I think those were my angels, obviously, my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. And this hug made me feel better. The card says, imagine what it feels like to receive a hug. Now imagine what it feels like to receive a hug from someone you love. There is a huge difference. Just by imagining a hug from someone who is dear and special to your heart, you can feel the sensation of love coursing through your body. Your body doesn't realize that the person you are thinking of isn't there. A hug is a connection, just like thinking of someone as a connection. Imagine a hug from someone dear to you. You can bring you a connection similar to if you were hugging your special person in real life. This positive connection will course through your body and help reduce stress. I'm also being separated from my son right now. He has special needs, and his father took him away from me because we're going through a very brutal divorce. And I haven't seen my son in almost a year. And I still have his pillow because when my husband took him and left very quickly, he didn't take any of his bedding or anything like that. So I still have his pillow, his blanket, and once in a while I pull it out of my closet and I hug it very tightly, and I talk to my son when I hug the pillow. And it really does feel like I'm connecting with him. And so maybe this is an ancestor that you miss, that you love very much, who you can hug your pillow and think of them. I know that's a very personal message, but I felt like somebody here needed to hear that. You guys, I hope this really helped you to feel better if you were having a bad day, if you're dealing with something. Hopefully this helps you to realize something that you needed to know here. I wish you blessings and love, collective, and I wish the best for all of you. My name is Sid. This is Divine Sunflower Tarot. Take care.